Hey guys, welcome to Comic Convos. We're going to talk today about Green Lantern. It's Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps. I really enjoyed it. I enjoy all comics. I don't know why I keep saying that. Especially Green Lantern comics. I don't know, just the fact that Green Lantern, kind of like Batman, he has his own little universe. He could have his own series without even having to touch on the Justice League. But at the beginning of this comic, you see Sinestro. He's kind of old and decrepit. I don't know if you can see it there, but yeah, he's kind of old and he's withering away. He's kind of sickly and he's dying. His daughter is a doctor. You learn that later on, and she knows that he's dying and stuff like that. So you see that he's kind of at the end of his rope, but he's got a trick up his sleeve. Then you flash forward to seeing Hal Jordan, and he stole something from the Guardians. He stole a Green Lantern prototype weapon, and he's using that. And he's not a Lantern himself anymore. He's not a part of the Corps. So he knows that something has happened. He knows that the Corps has just kind of disappeared, that they're just kind of randomly gone, and it's up to him to kind of figure out what happened. So he forges his own ring. Which has only been done by Guardians beforehand, which is really, really, really cool. But he does his own ring with that prototype weapon that I mentioned, and then he goes and he flies off to go figure out what happened. He tries to fly off to different planets to ask them, be like, hey, have you seen any Green Lanterns around? What's going on? Do you know what's happening? And he's asking people around. He's like, hey, and he's like, where are the other Lanterns at? I don't understand what happened to them. Where are they? And so he goes off and he's trying to find them, talking to people on different planets, and then the Sinestro Corps ends up being sent out. It flashes back to Sinestro. He takes over. He rejuvenates himself with the power of Parallax. He has Parallax locked in his basement, basically, in this thing called the Fear Engine, and it's something he's working on, this big, scary thing. All the Sinestro Corps Lanterns end up going out and trying to collect people and collect fear for this Fear Engine thing, and next thing you know, they run into Hal, and Hal's like, no, we're not doing that today. So he goes and he just starts whooping their asses. But as he's fighting them and stuff, they're getting stronger because the Fear Engine is feeding into the power of their rings, and it's just upping it by they're at 200% power, and Hal's ring is deteriorating. He ends up losing, and they take him in. You learn later that Sinestro's daughter is the one that actually ended up rescuing him, but we're not going to get into that just yet. You flash back and you see John Stewart and the rest of the Green Lantern Corps, what's left of them. There were 1,700 of them, now there's 399. Quite a big difference. And they flash back. He's like, crap, we don't know where we are. Our rings won't tell us where we are, which they should know everything. They know everything in the known universe. They're in some weird corner of the galaxy where the rings are I don't know where you are, or you're on your own. So they send Guy Gardner out. He's like, okay, I'll go scout ahead and stuff. And then he ends up getting into a fight because he's Guy Gardner. Of course, he's going to get into a fight. He's kind of if you guys don't know who that character is, he's kind of this pig-headed, jock kind of person. His first appearance, I believe he was actually a bad guy. And he just kind of took the ring from Hal and everything. But anyways, Guy's a good guy now. He goes out and he gets in this fight, and they end up capturing him. And they end up throwing him in the basement where the Fear Engine is, and they torture him. They just torture the living crap out of him. But he's a loyal Green Lantern, so he just sits there and he just keeps reciting the Green Lantern Corps line, just the, in brightest day and blackest night, just keeps going off and off. That's the only thing he's saying. They're trying to figure out where the other Lanterns are, and he won't tell them. And then Sinestro sees Guy, and he's like, no, if Guy's back, that means the rest of the Lanterns are back. That's not good. We need to keep going with what I'm trying to do. So he ends up going out, and he's fighting Hal now because Hal's trying to call him out. Sinestro's daughter's fixed him up and stuff, so they're all fighting each other, and Sinestro's daughter and some of the good Sinestro Lanterns end up flying off with Guy Gardner and stuff. And Hal's like, oh, look at that, look, there they go, there goes Guy Gardner and all of the other Lanterns. And he's like, you know what, I don't have a reason to hold back anymore. This prototype ring, it's turning me into something else, but I feel like I'm just the entity of willpower right now, and I don't have to hold back. You gave me a planet I don't care about. You gave me a core I don't care about. You removed all of the people I could have cared about from the planet, so I'm just going to unleash. And he basically just nukes himself. He just blows himself up, which is fantastic. I mean, of course, it's the hero sacrificial way to go about it, but considering the series is called Hal Jordan in the Green Lantern Corps, I don't think he's dead. But that's the way it ends. He ends with him nuking and everything. So we'll see what happens after that. I will definitely read more of this. I don't know if you guys want me to recite back what I've learned from this, but I definitely will if I hear anything else about it. But that's pretty much it for this comic. There's a lot more that goes on in the middle and everything, but I'm not about to recite every nitty-gritty detail. You guys know that's not how I do this. But it was just, I'd just like to give you guys the synopsis. This is stories 1 through 7 in this comic. So it was a really, really good comic. There was a lot of good moments in it, and just, I don't know, I just enjoyed Green Lantern. But other than that, I'm going to go ahead and talk to you guys a little bit now about my second channel. I have a second YouTube channel. I started a second YouTube channel for my gaming. I'm definitely much more of a gamer than I am a comic book reader. I love my comics, don't get me wrong. They're still like really close, but I play a lot more video games, so I figured doing videos for gaming and stuff would be appropriate. So I have a second channel going on. There's only one video uploaded right now. I'm going to play all kinds of different games on there. If you guys have any suggestions for things you would like me to see or like me to play, then definitely let me know. But as of right now, I'm only doing I have Mass Effect on there right now. I'm gonna end up uploading like a Dead by Daylight video, probably Phasmophobia at some point. I really like the decision-based games and stuff, so hopefully I can get that done. Thanks for listening, and take it easy.